Alrighty, let's go over some oil names here. Some of these oil names have been performing nice over the past few months, but as you can see, right, this is the US oil chart. We've gotten a massive hit in this name. So from 129 basically down to 94, and we're looking for that lower high here in the trend. That's what we're looking for. We had a big bounce on March 17th, 18th, and the markets have officially opened to start. So we could be looking for a lower high at some point in this range. When I use the Fibonacci retracement here, this 116 area, so I'd be looking from 110 to 116 to potentially see some sort of a lower high being put in place. So for those who don't know what a lower high is, we had this massive move, right? We're topping the markets around here. It might be a short-term top, but regardless, there's going to be a low being made and then a lower high, because this is so significant, this move. We've been grinding upward since March 2020, right? So this is kind of the top of the market. Short term, we're looking for that lower high, so from 110 to 116 range, potentially maybe back right around here, and then we consolidate and continue to create another pattern in this name. But I'd be looking for something like that when it comes to US oil. Now what you're going to see is US oil affects a lot of other names. So some of the names I've been watching are the Canadian oil names. Now when we watch SGY, it's similar. We have that top in the market, we come down, and it looks like we're creating some sort of a lower high. So I'm watching this trend line now because it's clear that we've marked it. This trend line is in play. We might need to continue this consolidation until we break up over it and then go long. And that would look really good too, because we had this long period of consolidation here where we're accumulating shares. We get a push upward, a big push too, from $6 to $9, and that's like a 43% trade there. And now we consolidate, and let the sellers fizzle out into a base, which I'm thinking would be this zone that I've marked out from $7.74 to $8, and then we might potentially get that push higher. So we killed the earnings in this name, absolutely killed the earnings. We just might need some time to eventually fizzle out that big move, because there's people selling who've gotten in, reaping their profits, right? Reaping the rewards. So it might take a little bit of time in this name for us to break up over and get that next leg up. We have here CPG, very similar, right? We had this ascending triangle pattern. We break out and we top, and now we're back testing this range. So we've come all the way back to 789 in this name, and we're starting to leave a bunch of gaps behind. So it's starting to tell me that we might need to play in this range a little bit more. This zone, we might need to play in here a bit before we could make that next leg higher. This one's a little bit more choppy than the previous name, but again, when we zoom out, right, we look at the weekly time frame. If this is a massive cup and handle, we need to develop the handle, which would be right around in this range here. So it might take time, right? This is the rest of 2023 in the weekly time frame. If we could do something like this, create a handle, this stock will rip, because that's a great pattern to see in the market, especially on a weekly time frame at the bottom of a range, indicating a massive reverse in the trend. So oil stocks might have topped for a little bit, but overall, watching them consolidate over the next few weeks and months is important to see if they're setting up a continuation pattern. And then we have Arx here. It's very similar, right? That massive cup, and the handle might take a little bit of time. So we're waiting to see if that's going to happen. I'd look for this range right here, right? The top here at 1636 and 1416. We might be playing in this range for a little bit of time here. So I'm just going to watch that for the meantime. Otherwise, oil stocks right now might be taking a little bit of a cool off. So that's the breakdown for these oil stocks. Peace.